What were your dreams when you were a child? Did you want to be a fairy? A cowboy? A fairy cowboy? Or maybe like me, a fashion designer and an astronomer? Some of these might not be possible to achieve in real life, but those dreams taught us how to wish to become something more, and in our early days, they gave us a sense of purpose, which initiated some action. If your dream was to be a painter, you probably, as a result, drew a lot. Or if you wished to be a dancer, you made dance choreographies with your cousins and made your family members watch them after dinner and give you scores. But as you grew older, you may have given up on some of these dreams in pursuit of something more quote-unquote realistic. And the truth is, you're not alone in this. A lot of people can relate to abandoning our childhood dreams. But are dreams only applicable to children? What if we decide later on in life that maybe, just maybe, we want to try and work on them? Is it too late then? Did we miss our opportunity? There is a short and a long answer to this question, and I will give you both. First, the short answer. No, it is not too late to pursue our dreams. The long answer, on the other hand, gives us more insight into dreaming. And why is it important to keep having dreams and goals as we grow up? Because they might be more valuable to us than we imagine at first.
Usually, when talking about dreams and how to achieve them, we will see another word pop up. Goals. Dreams and goals tend to be used synonymously. However, there is a difference between them we must discern. Think of abstraction and concreteness. That is what dreams and goals are essentially. Dreams are something we wish to achieve in the future, but are not planned out or thought through. They are more abstract, an idea of a life we wish to have. When these ideas and abstractions become more specific, they turn into goals, which are then planned out versions of dreams that are intended to be achieved. So, in a sense, in order to have goals in real life, one must dream them first. The two are not the same, but they need one another. Now, we saw that dreams need goals to be accomplished, but maybe goals don't need dreams, since goals already are grounded in reality. And technically, I guess it is possible. But the problem with having goals without dreams is motivation and overall passion. Dreams appear when there is a desire to achieve something greater, and to us, that dream holds a very big meaning, inspiring us to be better, and that in turn leads to action, which is done through goals. If we remove the desire part from the equation, the goal can still stand. But achieving dreams is not always easy. In fact, I don't think it ever is. How many quotes are out there telling us that anything worth pursuing is going to be difficult? When the hard times arrive, and they will, the inner spark, that desire, can help us move past the obstacles and continue with our goals. By getting rid of the dreams, goals can more easily crumble. Dreams are essential to keeping us pushing through and achieving what we set out to. Goals are easier and more special to pursue if something greater than us keeps us going, if we see the meaning behind it all. There are many benefits to dreaming in real life. It is not just a childhood activity that helped us go through dull days, imagining how our lives might turn out. I would argue we need more dreaming in our adult lives than before, because as adults, we know better how to set goals and work on them. A bit of a sad reality check, we can't exactly put all of our dreams into action. We grow up and learn we can't be vampires, and we learn to accept and live with it, no matter how sad the truth is. But also as we grow up, we learn to set new dreams. We experience more of life, and that in turn gives our brains more fields to explore. Maybe you traveled and found out about something you were never introduced to before, and suddenly you have this big desire to learn more about it and incorporate it into your daily life, something you never could have imagined to do as a child. Yet, another sad reality check, we are not exactly encouraged to set new dreams in adulthood. What? I mean, we are, but dreams that are only sure to bring us monetary safety, for example. I don't think anybody will try to talk you out of becoming a software developer, except a software developer, of course. Some other dreams that may not be viewed as quote-unquote worth to pursue as they're quite risky are looked down upon. This is generalization, as there are a lot of people that will do quite the opposite and encourage you in your pursuit, as one should. But considering I hear more of I had a dream, but instead, then I had a dream and I went for it, I guess more people can relate to letting go of dreams. Peer pressure is just one of the reasons people might let go of their dreams. The most common one is fear. Be it fear of failure or fear of not being good enough. Both are enough to stop us in our tracks and second guess everything. We tell ourselves there are other, easier, more realistic paths we can take, and that now is probably not the time. To top it off, society has normalized being exceptional, especially for teens and young adults, to the point where recent generations started struggling more with good performance than ever. And ironically, the pressure to perform well made it harder to do so. The so-called happy adulthood society defines promotes only one pathway to success: finish college, and get a good career. And the worst yet, inside of that path lies even bigger trouble. Viewing burnout from overworking as an indication of achievement rather than a serious issue that needs to be tackled. Work is important, not just in our current day society, but since the beginning of times. Only the difference is the purpose and meaning behind it. With all of this said, I do want to stress that we have to be aware of certain factors, such as not everyone is cut out from the same cloth, and society is not as equal as it likes to present itself sometimes, and that society as a whole differs from place to place. What I'm saying might be true for a capitalist society, but it might not work in the same way everywhere else. I'm trying not to go too philosophical on this video, but I still wish to mention this, as I found it quite hard at some points to talk about this topic. My goal here is to inspire people, but I'm also aware of many different circumstances that affect what I'm talking about. To continue where I left off, because of many ways why we may decide not to pursue our dreams, we're left thinking it is too late to start something new later in life. Especially seeing how the focus is on becoming the best version of ourselves as young as possible. But there is something our older selves have that can help us build our dreams even better than our younger versions might. Life experience. All the work we do in life is not for nothing. Even if we don't enjoy it, it builds up a set of skills. With these skills, we create unique strengths and can view our dreams from a fresh perspective that can help us pursue them. We only have to stay curious and open to new experiences, and who knows where they might take us. Others are also aware of this and wish to help out. When I was researching for this video, I found one website that talked about how caretakers can encourage their seniors to dream big, and surprise, surprise, what they say can be applied to young adults, as well as anybody else for that matter. The key point they make is to stay realistic with making new goals. It can get quite overwhelming starting something new, and a good strategy is to manage expectations by keeping them realistic. But that is not to say not to dream big, but more to specify what is the best way to approach the dream and further on the goal, and to find the why, as why is the goal so important to keep us pushing past our comfort zone. But what I found the most beautiful is how being true to ourselves and our dreams and goals enriches the lives of those around us. People like to follow examples, and I once read that the best way to help someone is to set an example. By dreaming big, we teach those around us that it is good to dream big, that it is okay for dreams and aspirations to come later in life, and that they might change over time, and that all of that is fine. The more people believe in their dreams, others will join them in that pursuit too. So tell me, what are your dreams now as an adult? I would like to end on a personal note. When I was coming up with the idea for this video, I decided to make a drawing that would be loosely based on one of the prompts for Drawtober, which is dolls in the attic. At least it was at the time I was making it. I had the idea of what I wanted to make in my mind, and all I needed to do was to create a sketch. I'm embarrassed to say that it took me a week to get myself to make it, and not because I was busy or lacked motivation. I was afraid. It might sound silly to be afraid of making a sketch, but the logic behind that in my head is quite simple. I cared about not making mistakes so much, I didn't want to ruin this sketch and a drawing with my quote-unquote bad art. Because I love drawing, I only want to produce quote-unquote good art. And I know I cannot do that unless I first start making bad art, which by practice becomes good art. We are not bad at what we're trying to do forever. I still have a lot to learn when it comes to drawing, but instead of seeing it as scary, I should reframe it as something to look forward to. There is so much to learn, and I can't wait for it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and that it inspired you to think about some of the dreams you had, and who knows, maybe one to work on. Thank you once again, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!